Let us stop leaving our politics to idiots. Why should brilliant people like us be led by idiots? Fools. People who have questionable academic papers. They themselves, they cannot construct a sentence. They are even proud saying it in public that unajua mimi huko bunge, Oscar Sudi was saying, huko bunge unajua mimi.
That's what I was thinking of. Engineer.
Mimi huko bunge mimi siongeangi hiyo Kiingereza mingi, mimi sitaki hiyo Kiingereza. Mimi ni mkarabati. What is that? Hiyo ni nini hiyo? And that is what all Kenyans should be ready to do. Unajua Kenyans tumezoea, we lose attention too fast. We talk about this issue, then suddenly haibambi. We want something new. Then we move on to something new. So it becomes like, it's like we are watching a movie. We tuna watch hii kwa Netflix, hii haibambi, we stop that one, we start another one. Two, we need an arise of leaders. We need people to step out of their comfort zones. We need leaders of integrity to step into the civic space and stop thinking about problems at mimi sina pesa ya campaign, nini. If you are a leader of integrity, it's your moment, bana. Step on the stage and shine. Watu watakutusi. People say we ni kiherehere. That's the first thing they usually say about an outspoken person. Any person who is outspoken and confident, wanamuita kiherehere. Tuwe wachana hiyo kiherehere yako. No. If there is one thing I've learned from William Ruto, and I will continue to learn, but in the opposite, is consistency. William Ruto is consistent. Yeah?
No, yes, that is.
When he tells a lie, he tells it without blinking. He tells it 1,000 times. He tells it until you doubt your truth.
The lie becomes the truth.
Yep. And let me tell you, bana, consistency is powerful. The only way our youth are able to be brought into Al-Shabaab is because they are told a lie so many times, very consistently, until they believe it.
Yeah.
Religion is based on consistency. It's all about telling the gospel every Saturday, Sabbath, or every Sunday, consistently. That's how even fake pastors have been able to kuteka nyara wa Kenya, even in Shakahola, by telling them a lie consistently until they believe it, that if they stay hungry, they'll see Jesus and die. So Kenyans, we have to be consistent. And I, as Morara Kebaso, it doesn't matter, hata tukibaki tukiwa watu 10, mimi na nyinyi mwenye kwa studio, I'm going to be consistent to the very end. And that is what all Kenyans should be ready to do. Unajua Kenyans tumezoea, we lose attention too fast. We talk about this issue, then suddenly haibambi. We want something new. Then we move on to something new. So it becomes like, it's like we are watching a movie. We tuna watch hii kwa Netflix, hii haibambi, we stop that one, we start another one. Hii mambo ya corruption and bad governance, we have to consistently keep it as the number one topic in Kenya. It needs to be the number one topic from now to 2027, every day.
100.
That's why I even tell people, ukiwa kwa date na girlfriend yako, mmekuja coffee. 5 minutes ni ya kuongelea bad governance. If she's clueless on bad governance, leave that girl alone.
Mpaka kwa date
mahali mnakutana msichana. Kama ajui mambo ya bad governance, mnaenda wapi?
But Morara, to be fair, also say, if the girl and the boy go out and the boy doesn't know about bad governance,
leave that son of Adam alone. Let him go.
Okay, all right.
We need to morph up into a political organization. You see, the problem with Kenyans is that they are afraid of politics. Siasa ni chafu. Siasa ni is a dirty game. It's a dirty game because dirty people are playing it. There are places elsewhere in the world where politics of issues and politics of development is done. Why is that one not dirty? We have dirty politics because we have dirty politicians. We have now elected into our elective institutions criminals of international repute. In our parliament, we have money launderers. In our parliament, we have wash.
Yeah.
In our parliament, we have cocaine traffickers.
Murderers.
In our parliament, we have sex traffickers. In our parliament, we have people who do human trafficking. In our parliament, we have people who benefit from banditry. In West Pokot. And they are in parliament, seated, honorable members of parliament. And we expect laws. Which kind of laws do we expect from criminals?
Wow. I
It is
mean,
to drain up that swamp. And you see, you cannot drain the swamp without a replacement. Power hates a vacuum. That is why when Raila stepped out of opposition politics, I stepped in.
okay.
Because power does not want a vacuum. It must always be occupied by something. So if you remove bad leaders, you might put worse leaders. That's why when we were doing the Gen Z protest and people were saying Ruto must go, I was telling them it should be Ruto and Gachagua must go. Because you can't remove Ruto and replace with Gachagua. That is jumping from the frying pan to the fire.
Even worse.
Wow.
It's worse.
Wow.
So then we need to morph up into a political organization, and we need to encourage leaders of integrity. You know, I usually avoid this conversation about the youth, you know, saying that it is time for the youth to occupy leaders of position. Yes, it's true, it's time for the youth, but which kind of youth? Because we have youth who are very corrupt. Even in this government, we have young leaders in this government, like that Manyata MP Munjiri, who was apologizing to the president for voting no to the finance bill.
Wow. Yeah. That was very disappointing.
Yeah,
Very, very
we have
disappointing.
young leaders. Kwani, how old is Ndindi Nyoro? Or Nyororo, as it's
Nyororo,
called.
yeah.
Ndidi Nyororo.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Nyororo.
Very young guy. We have young leaders already in governance who are very corrupt, extremely corrupt. So then what we need is not necessarily young leaders. It's an advantage to have a young leader because of the energy and the foresight. But it's also good to have people of integrity. So me, my clarion call is, I'm calling on Kenyans of great integrity. It doesn't matter whether you are a Gen Z, a millennial, a baby boomer. It's your time to step into civic space and play an active role. Let us stop leaving our politics to idiots. Why should brilliant people like us be led by idiots? Fools. People who have questionable academic papers. They themselves, they cannot construct a sentence. They are even proud saying it in public that unajua mimi huko bunge, Oscar Sudi was saying, huko bunge unajua mimi.
That's what I was thinking of. Engineer.
Mimi huko bunge mimi siongeangi hiyo Kiingereza mingi, mimi sitaki hiyo Kiingereza. Mimi ni mkarabati. What is that? Hiyo ni nini hiyo? Kwani tulimchagua akae hapa nje ama bunge? And if he doesn't talk, then who is representing the people of Kapseret? So we need to clean up that parliament and remove the idiots from there completely. And who are going to occupy these positions? It's me and you, by the way. Mi naulizanga, and just check even my profile hapo kwa status. Nimesemaje, if not me, then who?
You
If
know,
not now,
Then
when?
yeah.
You know,
That's
So-
my question to all Kenyans.